Welcome back. As you saw on the last video, we've just started this project here. Now I'm going to give you a look around it and give you an introduction because it's a bit of a different one. As you can see, it's already built, it's already a camper van. We're going to rip it all out and we're going to start again and we're going to build it into a coalition van. Right, so I'm inside now. As you can see, it is already a fully fledged camper van. Now this thing has been, I'll show you the dust actually. If you look at the dust in the front all over, that is dust from the Sahara Desert. This thing has been well travelled. It's done 18,000 miles in 2 years, less than 2 years. So this thing is well travelled. The owner has spent lots of time in Morocco, southern Spain, and the Sahara Desert, which is why everything is literally covered. It's been caught in a few sandstorms. Anyway, the customer wants this thing ripping out and redoing by us, and we're more than happy to do that. It's all this furniture board stuff, which is kind of like the motorhome, not our style. Nothing particularly wrong with it. It is a nice van, but we're going to rip it out. We've got a fridge, microwave and gas hob, a tiny sink. So many plug sockets randomly dotted about. Doesn't appear to be any order to any of it. This trimmer is coming out because it's never worked, even though it's brand new. Never worked the entire time it was in. There's a toilet there which is going to stay roughly in that position. And then it's just sort of added on sort of layers of this stuff that, as you can see, the leisure batteries are dead. Nothing's really, again, I'm not the kind of person that would want to pull other people's work down, because it is what it is. This is a nice van, but there doesn't seem to be any order to it. Everything's a bit all over the place. As you can see, we've got some peel off here. This is again a 2021 van, so it's relatively new, but we're going to rip it into the entire thing out. Obviously we're going to keep the skylights because they're already in. See if we can find a Max Air fan surround. I'm sure that Leisure Vehicle Services might help us with that. But the entire thing is coming out. We'll probably reuse the blinds because they're cool and already work. The window's already in. There's going to be a window blind on the windows, so this curtain doesn't necessarily need to stay, but we may keep it anyway. I might try and reuse some of these lights. I'm not 100% sure. I'll try and recycle as much as we can, even down to these catchers. I'm not sure Rick wants to work with these kinds of catchers, but I think they're quite cool. We'll see what he says. Rick isn't here. Rick's got, I'm sure I could tell you, he's got some hospital appointments this week and they're kind of back to back, so I just said we agreed that he just had the week off rather than travelling to and from wherever he is, Rochdale. So it's going to be me ripping this out for this week, I think. So I said that I wasn't going to slag off anybody else's work, and I'm not, because I don't know who built this van, but what I know is that somebody's paid a lot of money to have this van built. I've just took this piece of ply down, which is the wall. Check out how much insulation is in this van. That piece there, that piece there, and I promise you I haven't touched this at all. It's just, I've just pulled it down. None anywhere, just those two pieces. That's just that one bit. There's been a couple of other bits of electrical twisty wires, and even these chocolate blocks really aren't ideal. Again, I'm no electrician, but it's a shame, innit? And I tell you what, me and Rick sometimes have imposter syndrome and think, you know, who are we to fucking be building vans for people? And always think that we're not good enough and all that kind of stuff. And when you see stuff like this, I mean, there's no vapor barrier for a start. Like that's not. Oh, there's some foam there. I mean, that's all right on the recess, but why not fill this void with insulation as well? Because we're going to leave this void bare to make the bed longer on both sides, so this entire thing is going to be extended, and that's all right in that place there. But what's that? That's just that. That's it. It's not. There's nothing in any of these gaps. Nothing down here. It's just that bit of foil. That's it. And then all these little bits that are all just glued together. We're not doing bad, me and Rick, to be fair, in comparison to stuff like this. But I've had to take a lot of stuff off with the cupboards and that. We've got this trunk in here that was not even glued to wall. It was just there and then carpeted over, which has got all the lights. You know, just anyway. I don't want to. Again, I don't like pulling other people's work down. Whatever it is what it is. But it's come to us for it fixed, so we're going to fix it. That's the main thing. So I just took the board that was on there, and there's no insulation at all in there. No insulation other than this sort of sound deadening type stuff. That's it. That's all there is. Nothing down any of these. I just don't understand why people do it. I don't understand. This customer expected their van to have been insulated, and they've spent all this time in the Sahara Desert with it being 50 degrees inside the van. And then that's the only insulation on that entire panel. So let's guess that the other panels are exactly the same. This video wasn't meant to be about that. It was meant to be about showing you before and afters and that, but I can't not show you that. Look at all that sawdust as well. All this was behind the carpet. Why not just clean it? Why is there that much sawdust inside this van? That's madness. Me and Rick have got nothing to worry about in this game at all. This is where I'm up to at the moment. What a nightmare. But it's getting there, chipping away. I've had a great busy day and my battery's about to go, but proper insulation and just about doing the vapor barrier now, marking off wiring looms and all that business. All the doors have been taken off, all the door panels, proper insulation in everything. Just got to do that door. But so many holes in the floors that need filling, but I'm going to get the insulation in on the walls at least, and also started to do this foam insulation on this recess here, as you can see. That's double layered as well, and then will be carpeted. What I've actually had to do is chop all the metal work out of here with the grinder to make that as wide as possible, so that the bed is wider, and now it's a flat surface, whereas before it wasn't. It was a right royal faff, but all that metal work is removed and it's all done now. So flying with this job actually. To say that this is like kind of day 3, whoop, it's going good. All the skylights need taken out and redoing as well, because they're putting with silicone and there's signs of rust, which means to me that we've got leaks. And also I found a patch of water down there, which I believe is from around here. So, and there you go, look, rust there as well. I didn't want this video to be about slagging off somebody else's work, but this is really bad, and actually it's fucked us up royally, because there's so much more to do than first thought, but that's just the way it is. Anyway, Rogue Alloys are sending us some wheels for this bad boy, so they'll be here soon, and they're different to all the wheels we've used before, because we're going to try and switch it up a little bit. And that's exciting, because I can't wait to see them. Can't wait to get this thing lifted up on some all-terrains, which will look better when it goes back to the desert in a few months' time.
In the coat.
You can't have any more coffee.
No.
Right, come on. Come on, help me. Boy.
What?
Come and help. Right, the boy wants more coffee. And do you like coffee? Right. It's in the workshop now. Finally. Come on then. The van is in the workshop and this is where we're up to. We're just about to start doing the floor. Phoenix is having a tantrum. Are you stamping your feet? The walls insulation's done, the doors insulation's done. Me and Rick is back. So me and Rick are working on it today. We're going to do the floor and some of the bits, but we're going to leave that till next week. Next week's video. But thanks for watching this one. I'm excited about this project. I hope you're excited about this project. Just keep watching. If you want to subscribe, you know where we are. Subscribe, turn your notifications on, all that shit. You know what it is. But anyway, this is going to be an epic van. I'm not just saying that, but I'll see you soon. Bye, Felicia.